Today on eNEWS, we look at how eSports is becoming a billion-dollar industry, how Lethbridge College students are simulating safe hunting practices, and how repeated concussions can have lifelong effects.
Hello and welcome to eNEWS. I'm Megan McCoy.
And I'm Michael Rodriguez, and here's today's top story. The growth of eSports in the past 5 years has been exponential. Video games have gone from a pure entertainment to a competitive outlet with millions of dollars up for grabs. Skylar Peters reports.
For anyone born after the mid-1990s, video games have been a part of popular culture since the beginning. In the early ages of video games, they were merely a way to pass the time. Now, esports is growing into a billion-dollar industry. Cole Fraser and Devin Hedrick are two of the millions of competitive gamers that are esports competitors. Fraser and Hedrick play for the same organization, competing several times a year.
You usually compete for money. You play in anything from tournaments to leagues and series.
The growth of esports has been staggering. In the past year, revenues increased 38% from $655 million to $905 million. In its inaugural season, streams of Overwatch League pulled in 10 million unique viewers. The esports industry will get a big boost on Friday with the return of one of the top competitive games. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is set to release, marking the latest installment in one of the best-selling video game franchises of all time. The game will come packed with game modes specific to competitive gaming, something relatively new in the industry. Hedrick considers himself a Call of Duty player first and foremost. He is excited for the challenge a brand new game will bring.
With the new Black Ops 4 coming out, it's going to introduce a lot more to the game. There's a lot more stuff they added in which we're going to have to change our game and adapt to the game pretty much.
No matter the game, esports has allowed both players to continue to have a competitive outlet. Fraser says that is something many people abandon when their athletic days are over.
Playing online video games like competitively is more of a, it's more of an adrenaline rush compared to when you're playing sports. It's more of like a focus.
For eNEWS, I'm Skylar Peters.
The Call of Duty World League season begins in December and will feature a $6 million prize pool.
Lethbridge College environmental science students had the opportunity to participate in a hunt for the 11th annual mock hunting trip recently. They ventured to the gun range with their instructors to get some practice before being put to the test for keeps. Chase Maley reports.
Not all environmental sciences students come from a hunting or nature background, so this annual mock hunt provides all students with a chance to see what it's like.
What we found was a lot of our students that are coming into our environmental science programs haven't had a lot of experience in hunting. We're getting more of an urban group.
Students learned about what waterfowl species are thriving and which birds are struggling to maintain their numbers. Students are given this opportunity to learn about the resource and how hunting plays a key role in wildlife conservation. Hunting is a popular sport in Canada. There are over 120,000 hunters in the province of Alberta, and last year they received more than 430 draw applications.
But from the waterfowl perspective, I think they get to learn a lot of things in terms of just the resource and the importance of the resource and looking at good management of that resource.
With an urban group of students and minimal knowledge of hunting, students learned how to be safe and appreciate the outdoors. This opportunity brings a new light to the experience.
A guidance and an interest in the outdoors, the pursuit of game, obviously a mind to safety, and then just an appreciation of the knowledge that they have available to them.
Hunting isn't just about how much game you collect, it's also about having fun and appreciating the outdoors around yourself. I'm Chase Maley, eNEWS.
At the end of the hunt, students collected the game they harvested and also had the opportunity to look how to field dress their birds.
To the health front now, where new information suggests concussions in high school students are underreported. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says more education needs to be done to help people recognize and treat brain injuries. As Riley McCormick reports, the recovery process can take patients away from activities that they enjoy.
Getting a concussion can put a pause on an athlete's career. If someone doesn't want to stop playing, they may not report it. A concussion is caused by head trauma that makes the brain hit the skull. and results in swelling, bruising, and sometimes internal bleeding. Memory loss, irregular emotions, and chronic pain can result from a concussion. Recovering from this kind of injury is a long process and can often take someone away from sports for weeks or months. An athlete may not think it's serious enough to report or may not want to remove themselves from the game. The recovery time is different for everyone. Carolyn Galavakinic, athletic therapist at Lethbridge College, says the college is very strict on its concussion procedure.
We're like any other college or hockey team, football team. We have a very strict protocol that we follow when they get a concussion. It's a step-by-step approach that is accepted around the world. And like I said, we have to go no symptoms first, and then they do light activity. We make sure that once the brain kind of gets a little bit of increased blood flow to the head, that they're not getting any return of symptoms.
Avid motorcyclist, snowmobiler, and former volleyball player Blake Thompson had 6 concussions throughout his life and had only 3 of them treated. He says his experience with snowmobile stunts is likely the cause of his memory loss.
So when you hit hard enough that I've cracked helmets and broken visors lots, and when you're videoing you can hear your head hit the handlebars, and probably at that point you probably think like you probably have concussions. So
according to the University of Pittsburgh's Medicine Center, only 50% of concussions are reported or detected. Riley McCormick, eNEWS.
Concussions are a serious issue with athletes. Treating them quickly can shorten recovery time and mitigate long-term effects. Coming up after the break, how the Kodiak's men's soccer team is making a playoff push, and why the men's volleyball team feels it important to start its season on a high note.
I'm bored. What can I do to fill this time in my life?
yeah, for the most part, I like the stories this week. Not as happy.
Visit the Downtown Beers and Events page online to see what's happening in Lethbridge.
Adopting cats was the best decision of my life. This is Rosie, and this is Grey Cat. Wonderful personalities of their own. They provide me with joy and love every day. Rosie here will do anything for a fresh bowl of food. While Grey plays in the yard most of the time, she'd rather be outside than inside. They really get along with my other animals, especially my dog Cody. We don't always get along, but sometimes you just gotta put them together.
Adopt a cat today at the Last Chance Cat Ranch.
To go on. Welcome back. The Lethbridge College Kodiak soccer season is well underway. The men's team is working hard to land a spot in the ACAC playoffs. I took in last week's action to find out how the results helped the Kodiaks achieve their goal. It was a weekend full of success for Lethbridge College Kodiak's men's soccer team. The team, composed of over half rookies, beat Ambrose University 6-1 on Saturday and Medicine Hat College 2-1 on Sunday. The men's soccer team has been known for performing well in past years, and its success this weekend could help secure them a position in playoffs. Midfielder James Britton says the team performed well but can't let up in the stretch drive.
We need to win most of our games to make playoffs, so we're just pushing the final last 4 games, and hopefully we can win all of those and make playoffs.
Though the team needs to win most of their games before qualifying for playoffs, Coach Sean Carey says he already knows what he wants to see from the team in the postseason.
We want to go into playoffs playing well. We want to be in there rolling, with performances like we had, especially the first half today. Second half we got some other guys in, but first half, if we can play like that every week, I think we'll be, going in form, going with lots of confidence, and you never know what happens at playoffs.
Coming up, the Kodiaks will play against Ambrose University again, as well as Red Deer College and Lakeland College. If the college is successful in their next games, they will go into the ACAC's October 26th to 28th, hosted by SAIT. For eNEWS, I'm Megan McCoy. Information regarding all game times and locations can be found on the Lethbridge College Kodiaks website.
So far, the Kodiak's men's record is 6-3-1, and coaches say it's all hands on deck. As Derek Hindle reports, they're turning to an older than average first-year student to keep their momentum going.
33-year-old Dave Lowe joined the Kodiak soccer team this year after talking to one of the coaches at a rec league game. Lowe played soccer for about 25 years in England before moving to Lethbridge. Kodiak's coach, Sean Carey, says Lowe is one of the central players of the season.
He's stepped up huge for us. He's a central defender, so his experience is awesome for us in the back. He talks to the young guys all the time, which is hugely important in this kind of league.
Lowe has played 7 of 9 games this year, and he's also the Mock Season Italian Table Athlete of the Month for September. Lowe is currently taking online courses towards the Child and Youth Care Diploma as well as working full-time. Not all of his qualifications transferred when he moved from the UK 6 years ago. He kept his passion for soccer alive playing the Alberta Major Soccer League after moving to Lethbridge, but he's excited to be back on the college field.
Worried, I wasn't sure with the age gap of having 15 years on some of these guys what it would be like, but it's a nice change. It's a good competitive level.
The goal for the team this year was to put themselves in good standings heading into provincials, and based off of their performance so far this season, Carey says they have a good chance of making it. Dara Kendall, eNEWS.
Lowe and the rest of the Kodiaks will be back in action this weekend at home facing off against Red Deer College.
Lethbridge's only collegiate men's volleyball team will start its season on the road. The Lethbridge College Kodiaks enter ACAC regular season action this weekend. We go now to Seth Locke, who's standing by with more details. Seth?
The Kodiaks volleyball team will be looking to build on from last year's impressive season where the team won its first playoff game in program history. The Kodiaks men's volleyball team is bumping its way into its new season. The team played in a preseason tournament in Edmonton where it lost 4 out of 5 matches. Kodiak's men's volleyball coach Greg Gibbs believes his team can work on being resilient and become mentally strong.
I thought we were a little bit too inside of our own heads. And so volleyball's a tough sport when you're thinking and overthinking and worried about what's going on tomorrow.
Gibbs says the team was without its starting setter Zach Wickenheiser. This meant other athletes had a chance to showcase their skills. Gibbs has lofty expectations for his team, but believes it's dedicated and determined to live up to those expectations.
We're not setting our goals just at winning a game at the provincial tournament. We'd like to, win 1, 2, or 3 and push ourselves to competing in the first ever national championship for a volleyball program.
Last season, the Kodiaks made it to the ACAC playoffs for the 7th time in 9 seasons. The team entered the tournament 10th in the CCAA national rankings. The men would win the first game in a 5-set comeback against King's University, but would end up losing against Keanu College in the semifinals and Briarcrest Clippers in the bronze medal match. Setter Zach Wickenheiser believes the team wasn't satisfied with last year's performance.
It was quite crushing to end the season as we did, even though there was a highlight as well as winning the playoff game. But now winning provincials, going to nationals, and getting a national title is definitely at the top of the list.
The Kodiaks will face the Red Deer College Kings this weekend.
Seth, how many new faces are a part of the team this year?
The team will feature 8 new faces this year, including local standout Jeremiah Bonehart and Nate Hayburn.
Sounds great, Seth. Thanks.
University of Lethbridge's ringette team is working hard to keep its current winning streak going. The Pronghorns are working on improving their game to ensure success this season. Dean Huffman reports.
With the new season in full swing, the Lethbridge Pronghorns are working hard to ensure they're ready. The Pronghorns played 3 games this past weekend in Calgary. They dominated the rink by winning all 3 games. Coaching the Pronghorns is Trevor Hall. He said they have an advantage on future competition.
I think it's our intelligence and our speed. So it's a very bright, smart group. So I think we'll be able to put those aspects together and have a really strong team.
Success has been no stranger to the group. Out of 10 games, the team has started strong with 7 wins in the beginning of the season. The team is also made up of half-veteran and rookies. Ashley Ray Miles falls under the veteran category. She's been playing for the Pronghorns for 8 years now. She says that she chose ringette for a reason.
I love the fast pace of ringette and also my teammates. I played with my teammates for quite a long time as well.
The university team started in September of 2011. The U of L was the only university in Alberta without a ringette team. The first year started with 15 ladies. By the time the second year tryouts appeared, the numbers doubled with 30 women trying out. Now they're heading into their 7th season with a good start.
The Pronghorns' next game is this Friday at the University of Calgary. The ring hits the ice at 9 o'clock. I'm Dean Huffman for eNEWS.
The Pronghorns' next action will be held in Huntington Hill Arena next Friday and Saturday. Coming up after the break, we see how a local event raised money and awareness for a good cause. We'll show you how the annual Pumpkin Fest helped make a kid's dreams come true. Stay with us.
The Lethbridge Food Bank is here to help families and those in need. Life can be hard and people deserve a helping hand. They help approximately 700 households each month. That's over 50,000 pounds of food. Now more than ever, the Lethbridge Food Bank is in need of your donations. They even accept perishables, including meat and milk. Donate today and help the people in your community.
Volunteer Lethbridge is there to help you give back to the community. Volunteering is there to help you get more experience if you're lacking the skills department on your resume. We have many opportunities to volunteer, keeping you busy all year to be a staple in the Lethbridge community. Volunteer opportunities include kitchen cleaning, vision mates, Meals on Wheels drivers, community board members, cleaning and maintenance, voice drive, and so much more. Volunteer Lethbridge located on 324 5th Street South. Office is located in the...
Before we go today, some people do Halloween and some people do it big. Lethbridge's 29th annual Giant Pumpkin Festival took place recently, with all proceeds going towards a good cause. I had the chance to see the activity firsthand.
Each year the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch that he thinks is the most sincere. He's got to pick this one. He's got to.
This year, the sincerest pumpkin patch was right here in Lethbridge, as the community gathered to support a young boy with cerebral palsy in getting his wish granted. At the 29th annual Giant Pumpkin Festival, the pumpkins were large, but the hearts were larger. The event was hosted by Greenhaven Garden Center in support of the Children's Wish Foundation.
This event seems to grow every year more and more, which enables us to have more wishes granted through our organization.
Jackson, this year's beneficiary, was born 6 weeks premature.
Right there.
As the months and years went by, his development was noticeably delayed, yet his condition went undiagnosed. Jackson's mother, Brenda Hungry Wolf, says she didn't think he would make it past his first birthday. Now 10 years old and diagnosed with cerebral palsy, Jackson is planning his wish to go to Disney World with Children's Wish Foundation.
He wants to battle Darth Vader in a lightsaber battle and be there for the Star Wars, and he wants to drop the ribbon to open up Disney World. You can tell he has researched it a lot.
Jackson's trip is still more than a year away, but the whole family is looking forward to the getaway.
And he keeps going, he's like, when? And I'm like, it's like, and we get out the calendar, we have to count how many days it is. And I'm like, it is way more than 400, buddy, let's not.
It's a long time to wait, but the path leading to this point was certainly longer. For eNEWS, I'm Michael Rodriguez. The Children's Wish Foundation has not yet announced the amount of money it raised towards its $30,000 goal. That amount of money would support the wishes of 3 children. So Megan, guess how big the biggest pumpkin was at Pumpkin Fest?
I don't know, Michael, maybe like 125 pounds?
It was 761 pounds.
That's incredible. It's a huge pumpkin.
It's a massive pumpkin. It was a great event. Well, that's all the time we have for eNEWS today. I'm Michael Rodriguez.
And I'm Megan McCoy. We'll see you next time.